전투를 상당히 좋아하고 잘 하는 것 같고요. 제가 좀 안 좋은 일이 있었는데 그때 좀 저를 많이 위로해 줘서 고마움을 좀 느끼고 있습니다.
플라이 선수는 이제 전투, 그러니까 교전할 때 이제 교전 컨트롤이 좀 돋보이는 선수라고 생각을 하는데요.
제가 플라이 선수를 처음 봤을 때가 이제 2년 전에 이제 한중대항전 할 때 그때 봤었는데 딱히 이제 뭐 나눈 얘기는 없고 그냥 플라이 선수가 이제 이곳저곳 돌아다니면서 이제 선수들이 이제 환대해주고 안내해주고 이런 게 좀 인상 깊었습니다.
我的打法偏凶悍，然后喜欢刚正面，打得很直接的那种。
对魔兽的重置版的话当然是首先是能期望一些新的，比如说新的英雄或者甚至是新的兵种。
제가 조금 더 열세에 있다고는 생각을 하는데요. 이제 같은 동족끼리 붙는 거기 때문에 변수는 많다고 생각해요.
我的局势判断还有操作方面吧，然后还有就是我线下比赛经验可能没有Fly丰富。
언제대 오크가 아무래도 좀 비등비등하다고 생각을 하는데 아무래도 아이템도 좀 중요할 것 같고 선수 간의 그 전략 선택도 상당히 중요할 것 같습니다.
其实我发自内心的觉得，我只要真的是小组出现，我都已经很满足了。我觉得就是看见一步走一步嘛，就一下子不要把自己目标定得太高，这样压力可能会比较大。
당장은 이제 이번 주별에선 8강, 그러니까 8강까지 가는 걸 목표로 하고 있는데 뭐 만약 가게 되면 또 거기서 또 대진에 따라서 더 높은 데도 이제 희망은 하고 있는 거죠.
So I think I will. I see if I will get the first place or second place, that's not that good. I will be happy. I will share it with my family, with my friends, with my fans in Peru, and with everybody, really.
스트레스 받지 성과에 너무 연연하지 말고 스트레스 받지 말고 그냥 인생 즐기면서 살라고 이렇게 해주셨습니다.
就我个人而言嘛，我觉得有的时候就是不要太怕输。 可能有的选手也好，新人也好，他可能会比较的怕输，就是觉得输了之后，然后不愿意去练习或者是怎么样。但是我觉得比赛输赢是没有那么重要的，重要的是你要从中能够有所收获。
远古大陆群雄割据，四方势力战火不绝，一为勇气穿梭于丛林之间。 一切障碍都被他视作为猎物，一为力量劈开了世间万物，巨剑出鞘是将世界破坏殆尽；一为智慧操纵着远古奥义，突破自身，迸发出耀世的光芒；一为坚韧，为囚禁了千百年。 打破禁锢，只为复仇整个世界。群魔并起，鸟兽无名，王者相争，独霸天下。
Like it's all working out perfectly. Here we go. There's the intro. Because next we're gonna have Fly and Sock. It's gonna be decision time in Group B. We already have 3 players determined to make it through out of the group stages into the playoffs. It's gonna be 2 Night Elves with Colorful and Foggy. And Lin also, of course, qualified. And now it's gonna be between this guy here, Fly 100%, going up against Sock next. Sock seems to be the positive surprise so far of this tournament.
Absolutely. The world champion is already out. Will the vice world champion follow? Sock has the chance to surprise us all. Nobody really thought that he would have a chance in this group that isn't even the hardest group. Lucifer, Colorful and Fly, those are the champions. But the B-boy of Korea, who said to me in an elevator, Neo, I can't win a game here. has a great shot of making it into the playoffs. Oh, there we go! Showing off the skills. What a moment! What an entrance by Sok, showing the confidence. He needs one more win. It's the second Gold League. It could be his first playoff participation. Fly, of course, he knows the feel of going into the playoffs. He's been to all 6 Gold Leagues. He made it to the playoffs 5 times. It's old school and routine versus the new school. And yeah, what we just saw, the moves there.
Dude, he has to move on now. I want to see more of that stuff on stage. This is his first stage game here. Of course, always going to be the question, how does it affect somebody? But if he has entrances like this, I mean, I hope he's got better stuff planned. You know, you have to build on what you showed before. But yeah, this is going to be a big game for him. One of the biggest games for him ever, kind of,
Absolutely.
right?
Absolutely. He wasn't part of Team Korea in those big clan wars versus China when it was offline, so at the first GCS where he participated, he totally flew under the radar. No real chance in his group back then. It's a few years later. He qualified thanks to the new 24-player grid that we have. He's finally here, making great impression, personally and on the maps. And we haven't seen this from him yet because it's his first game on stage. But I love his human versus orc, man. This is...
Tell me about it.
The Sonic of Korea, I guess. It is ultra aggression. How often did we say, oh, humans can't really push without a level 3 Archmage because the level 2 Water Elementals are so good. Sok doesn't care one bit. Level 1 Archmage push, absolutely possible. Level 2 Archmage push, okay, let's go into the Orc base, canceling those burrows. This man has the rabies when it comes to canceling burrows.
And that's dangerous, something like that, right? If somebody plays outside the meta and kind of scratches all those boxes that you usually have lined up in your head, kind of, you know, the rules that the matchups usually adhere to. Like the level 3 Archmage, before that is the case, you don't have to fear anything, he's going to be creeping. Suddenly, there's 4 footies in your base and an Archmage, you don't think of that. And there's lots of rules like that across different matchups. And even if it's not ideally the perfect approach, maybe just throwing in a curveball like that can sometimes be exactly the right thing to do.
Fly should know about this. These two players faced in the race war that we had a little while ago, and guess what? Sok won that thing against Fly in that race war. So Fly should know this. Fly should be prepared. Is he though?
But that was online, right?
That was online indeed.
Always a differentiation to be made for Fly. Online, it always feels like he doesn't really care too much, kind of like 1-0, a little bit comparable in that regard. Fly this tournament is doing something that normally he's not doing. He's in the middle. He's not he's not way up or way down. He's kind of like so-so.
Okay, here we see the two players again. I talked to Danger, by the way, who's played the Orc Mirror against Fly, and what Fly usually does is lose his heroes, and he lost his heroes twice against Danger. Is that a sign that it's not the 100% Fly today? His track record so far, defeating Lucifer in the opening match, was defeated by Colorful afterwards, but today he didn't lose a single map. 2-0 versus Soin in Orc Mirror, 2-0 versus Danger in Orc Mirror. So maybe I was wrong, and maybe he is on point on this final day of Group B.
Now, I must say I haven't felt his dominance as much as we have sometimes felt it before. Sok here. Surprising the world with a 3-1 record in Group B, making it close here. Yeah, as you said, could be eliminating the vice champion.
2-0 versus Soin yesterday, 2-0 versus Danger. He started this day undefeated, was then killed by Colorful, but he is a pretty good player as we've seen today. Then got the 2-0 win over Lucifer, and Lucifer is so good in Undead versus Human, man. I did not expect this result at all. But okay, we have the maps. Sok bans Amazonia, which surprises me a lot, and Twisted Meadows. Fly bans Terranastan and Concealed Hills. We're left with Echo Isles, Last Refuge, and Northern Isles.
And AZ.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what you're saying. He doesn't care about the meta. Usually AZ is the best map for Human, out of the ones that are remaining after the bans, of course. But he says, nope, I don't care for that one. He's got his own style, I guess.
Yeah, but I saw him a lot on like Human versus Orc on Amazonia, and it was really good. But maybe he thinks, okay, they know by now. Maybe he experienced on ladder or in the practice sessions that people figured him out. And it's not going for that map. We go for Northern Isles first. Best of 3. 2 maps for the playoffs. Flyman could be his 6th playoffs and the 7th Gold League run for him. Went to the finals twice. One he won against 1-2-0. One he lost against TH last time. Northern Isles calls. The decision of the day will be made after hopefully 3 maps. Fly, Sock, Northern Isles.
We saw this map so far once in this tournament. In this matchup was earlier by Fly, going for that Farseer opening, falling behind, one must say, in the early stages, but Lin being Lin, I said Fly there, I'm sorry, I was meaning Lin, of course. Lin being Lin found a way back into that game. Fly, is he the second best orc in the world? There's always this title is up for grabs, it feels like. It's usually between him and Focus, and if Cash is really, really on fire at one point, we sometimes say him, but
you.
That's
you say that.
that's or still, of course. But no, not really going to anybody other than those two. All right, looking at the main here, what do we have? What is going to be the opening? Has been the story for me in this tournament, for orcs especially. How much can you get done in the early stages? It's going to be a skipped barracks, so this is looking like that Farseer fast tag once again.
All right, Sock. He has, as I said, a pretty good matchup versus Human, but he's facing TH and Infi a lot, so his win rate is at 48%. No, 50%, I'm sorry. Fly's win rate versus Human is only 46%, but we'll see how that goes.
Now, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just had a realization. Yeah. Okay. We saw Lin playing here earlier today, and we're like, huh, that's a weird opening. That doesn't look effective. You went for 2 Wands of Illusion, and then you go back because you're low. But you know what also drops from Wands of Illusion? Lightning Shield, that's right. And that's like a throwback to, I don't know, 2004 or something. Wolves in the main with Lightning Shield on top.
Oh, yeah.
Used to be the terror and the demise of so many humans back then. It's super rare to have nowadays, but it's possible here. Those level 2 consumables, is what they're classified as, are really easy to grab up. You have 2 chances of the Lightning Shield, 25% each, right? Yeah, right. So if you get that, that can actually be pretty damn devastating. Is he looking for it? He's not looking for it, though. Not at the first Lightning Shield camp, anyways.
Sock is pulling out the creeps of the gold mine, or maybe it was just aggroing here, or it's a special way of creeping. Okay, he goes for it with Militia for the double slow big rock golem creep. Fly's going into the main. I don't think there's an arcane tower here. Is there an opening, though?
For the Wolves, there always is. Even for the Farseer, there is one on top, but you might get stuck, so you probably don't want to do that. And the harassment begins. This is the same opening creep route that we saw earlier today. So this is going to be level 2 for the AM here. The pullout earlier against the Rock Golem is attempted or was executed, so he doesn't start throwing boulders. Is he actually instant expanding
Are
here?
you kidding me? This is the opposite of what I said in the early game. This is something I've not seen before from Sock.
Against Wolf Harass?
Well, I guess if you build 2 bases, one of them is safe.
But you got 2 wolves. One can go here, one can go there.
We get the first person by Fly here, seeing the expansion now. The Farseer is already at 50%, but yeah, he gets a lot of lumber income off of Sock, and of course there's going to be a fast tech by Fly behind this.
Yeah, and imagine how late this tech is going to be.
Yep.
He's got the Expo to set up first. That's a lot of lumber. I'm not even sure if he can pull off the power build right now. His lumber income is non-existent right now, aside from that one measly peasant down there. Nice
he
micro
didn't
on the
lose
wolves,
one peasant, by the way, right?
I think he lost one.
Okay, I didn't see
Yeah, there's one corpse in the... Oh, no, I think you're right, I guess. But
for once. Ah, there's a corpse. Yeah, you're right. Okay, here's the second one. Here's the
2,
third
3.
kill. Now it starts to snowball hard.
Ooh, this is starting to get painful.
All right. Oh my god. This is
That's
more and more
another one.
kills. What's the reaction of Sock? He's coming in, was securing his expansion. Is it a Panda second? Okay, it's going to be mass tier 1 because Sock is stuck on tier 1 for the longest time, can only produce some footmen, and then the Panda with the Breath of Fire is going to be epic. And yeah, you were right. No power build. This is a super late expo.
Oh my god. Instant expansion against Farseer Harass. I still I still doubt if that was the right... And look how slow this builds without power build. Now finally it's coming in again, but he's gonna lose at least 2 more peasants. This is a peasant massacre. Oh my god.
Nice split screen here from the production. All the peasants that he can't finish this expansion. He has to call new workers to finish this. Sock's game plan is down the drain.
At least one of these 2 militia is gonna finish this expansion here. The grunts, even if they kill one, can't get both.
Still no arcade tower, man. He has no lumber for that. Fly, Raider, and Walker. Tier 2 is finished.
This is a Spirit Lodge.
Oh, yeah.
That's not for walkers anymore.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm stuck in the past.
Is Fly as well? Or is he actually trying to go Shamans?
Well, Shaman for Purge could be nice, because this is the strongest thing that Sock has, right? Even if it's only level 1 Water Elementals.
Oh my god.
And of course, on Adept you can cast Lightning Shield.
It's reminding me of that take game on Lost Temple where he lost more than 100 peasants.
Against Podox?
Yes.
Oh yeah, shout out to Take.
If this game goes a few more hours, I guess maybe that's gonna be the case.
Nice micro by Fly, saving that grunt.
Oh, he should have chased that grunt. He could have been able to get it, but there's fires everywhere. There's fires in the expansion, there's fires in the main, so many fires to put out, and so far he's been having trouble finding the fire extinguisher, man. Finally, one arcane coming up in the main. Scout tower, I guess I should say. AM still far away from level 3, by the way.
Yeah, Fastier, only level 1. Panda, only level 1. The Panda will be pretty bad once... Oh, Wyvern play. Okay. Once Sock is tier 2, but that will take forever. Shamans it is. Purge is the initial ability of those casters. Is a Dispel and a Slow. So he can get rid of the Water Elementals and can go for the hero kill if he wants to. And the Wyvern damage, pretty damn good against everything. So with that Purge, with that Slow, he can get a lot of kills.
But is he also going to be able to put pressure on the Expo? Because I think that's what he has to do. Not necessarily now, but at one point probably. Footies now seem to be pretty easy pickoffs. And now he sees the Wind Rider. So if guard towers weren't in production already, now they certainly should be. And here come the Purges. Double level up here for the Orcish side. Level 2 on both his heroes. AM still struggling to find his experience points. Still far away from level 3.
Yeah, Sock is desperately trying to get rid of that Wyvern. Isn't working though. The tower's still not up. There's a guard tower now. One is finished. The second one as well. He's building one in the base. That costs so much lumber for him as well. The tech is still super far away.
Yeah. He has to make more peasants. Still unsurprising, I guess, considering how many he lost earlier. He's going to have to rely on those guard towers to hold his bases. But I think he should be able to. At the moment, this Orc army really isn't too scary yet, I guess. As long as it fights into towers, that is.
Raider transition now. Adept upgrade for the Shaman. More mana, more regeneration, and the Lightning Shield.
Wow, Lightning Shield from a Shaman. I don't know when I saw that the last time. It's been a while.
Maybe in the campaign.
Could certainly be coming in. And imagine a grunt or two standing in this peon line here with Lightning Shield. Have fun,
yeah,
peasants.
Yeah, absolutely. But Sock is kind of stabilizing here. Has the lumber now for the tech, but the big attack from Fly still. How can he hold on to this? Still no progression on this Archmage. The Wyvern not in range of the guard towers. Nothing really is. The Footmen are super hurt.
Oh my god, this is just a bloodbath. No matter what Sock sends in, it's all dying. And I don't know if he killed a single unit so far. Seems like the grunt is finally gonna be a kill for him, even if it's off camera right now. Tech has finally started. It took forever.
The Purges against the Water Elementals are so good right now. It's very expensive, not as expensive as it was before, so a Shaman doesn't have like 3 or 4 Purges, but it works out, right?
But now the AM in trouble, perhaps. Yeah, he has to TP. And that's the one TP that he has. He's not going to have another one to use unless he goes to the shop, but can't afford that. It's in the middle of the map. It's too dangerous.
Oh, that tower gets cancelled. Breath of Fire against the workers as well. Something's going on in Fly's base. I don't know if it's counter-harass or whatever, but he has to take care of this. Archmage needs a potion or something, but how? He's not tier 2.
Yeah, Sock's just trying to hold on by the skin of his teeth. And he's going to be able to hold that Expo. This is the scout footman that has been sent here like
Yeah,
3 minutes ago. He's just
Are under attack.
he's been attacking that altar.
Fly could have a problem though if Sok really gets to tier 2 and then has the expansion up. He's gonna be up at 70 supply casters army, super duper fast, with slow, with a lot of heal, and of course breakers in the front. Panda's bad against breakers, and Purge is not good against slow at all.
Yeah. It's just not a good mana trade, especially with the Brilliant Aura coming in. Tier 3. Now,
Players'
theoretically,
forces are under attack.
Bloodlust possibility against Breakers. That is like knifing your own leg. Not a good idea. It could just be for a Tiny Great Hall, honestly.
Yeah.
Creep up the
Town is
Expo,
under siege.
put that Tiny Great Hall down, go into a macro game perhaps, or is it too late for that? Because look at the resources for Sok. He's starting to bank up really heavily here.
They're gonna explode into this fierce 70 supply army. The Wyvern is still up, not attacking here though, in danger of being attacked by this Rock Golem. But yeah, he's freeing up the expansion, and that screams for a Tiny Great Hall. Proof of accuracy, pretty nice if he goes into more Wyvern, but I kind of doubt that. Level 3 for the Farseer now as well. And didn't see the item, unfortunately. Archmage finally level 3. That took him almost 11 minutes.
Yeah, that's kind of unheard of. Okay, it goes for the old school expansion here. Is this even gonna be worth it? I mean, is he gonna come out on top with this resource-wise? Not
But
sure.
man, Sok is seriously holding this expo. Of course, lots of investments, super late everything, but he has that expo running.
A player's forces are under attack.
He does, but I don't think he has any way of canceling the Orc Expo either. It's gonna be 2 more minutes until the Expo is done, but I think the time should be there for Fly to complete that one. Oh, the AM, I think he's walking in there invisibly. He's right next to the Expo right now. We see it on the minimap. If he could cancel this, that would be such a big deal. Oh, there he is.
He has.
Oh, he left 2 Shamans behind for the Purge. Wow.
Lightning shield onto them. First one is almost gone. Purge here.
That was so smart.
Wow. Next
Whoa.
level Fly. He is at 100% today.
What a play. Otherwise, this Expo would have been dead.
Exactly. Can you
Damn.
elaborate this for the new viewers, maybe?
Alright, so we talked about the Purge before. It's a Dispel and a Slow, and that's what got rid of that Water Elemental so quickly. Water Elementals, as we said many times before. Oh, I don't know if this answer is enough. The Staff was too slow, so now he's going to have to TP. Should have been able to hold on to that TP. But yeah, anyways. The Water Elemental, with its damage, along with the AM, should have been able to cancel this expansion, and with that, the economy advantage would have remained with Sok, which is a big advantage, of course. But because he left those casters behind, was able to dispel that summon so quickly, the AM's damage wouldn't have been enough. And that could be a game-winning move right there.
Sok is catching up in supply though. 50 for both. Second hero is out. It's the Mountain King with Stormbolt first. No clap, but levels are on the way. Fly is pushing 3 and 4 heroes. Raiders, Wyvern. He's still aiming for that Archmage who went to the shop. A little bit in danger, but just out of range.
So important to get the double scrolls of healing. This map, despite its size, only has 1 merchant. The same as Echo Isles.
True, and especially against the Panda with his big Breath of Fire AoE, which is not as big as it was before, but still good damage. Having those healing scrolls is amazing.
And that Orc army has no healing, remember, so those
no
scrolls
Shadow Hunter
are super premium.
Oh, we have claps, so the Mountain King is level 2. But the shop is gone, and that means... Oh, actually not. Now it's gone. That means no breakers for Sok.
He's gonna retreat into the main. He's gonna suffer a couple of losses here. 1 Footy, 1 Priest. Or
There's
maybe
a lot of towers, man. I don't think he can break this now.
No, by no means. But he doesn't really want to either. He's getting his Expo finally mining. I think I just saw some peons moving in there on the minimap. And he's got some damn good hero levels. Level 4 Panda. He's been nerfed a lot in the new patch. He used to be the hero of choice in so many matchups for so many years, especially for the Night Elves. But now the level 2 Breath of Fire has a much lower damage cap, which is usually where he's shown in the past when the Breath of Fire hit so many targets. Nowadays, a lot weaker. But when he gets to 5, he's still very strong. Of course, you can't rely in any high-level competitive game to get level 5 on a second hero reliably. But this game, he's on a good way to get there very soon.
Down the Archmage again, but he's not in trouble. The problem for Fly remains that he has no area of effect dispel against mass slow water elementals. Tier 3 is done though. I don't know if he has envenomed spears. That would be a big upgrade for the Wyvern, but he only has 1, so 2, so rather not. 1,100 gold for Sok. When will he go into that Fierce 70 supply army? He is really greedy, going into a lot of upgrades before breaking upkeep.
Yeah, must be breaker upgrades, I guess. Don't see that at all usually with caster armies. Maybe with an expansion, I guess. With that economy we do. But yeah, slows him down, in fact. Now he's going into upkeep. There we go. 51 supply it is for Sok. So soon it's going to be go time, I guess. His heroes are still a problem.
Rifle upgrade could also be the case for the damage.
Oh yeah, he's going for the rifles instead.
Since the patch, the riflemen do a lot more DPS than before, so especially against the Wyvern, they're great. And against the wolves as well, I guess.
Yeah.
Sok needs to stall more time. He has still 1,000 gold in the bank.
Oh, Shredder here for Fly getting ready for the super macro game. 2 base versus 2 base. Very rarely used to be a thing in this matchup.
Yes, absolutely.
But I mean, this is the very weird game anyways. It's a Panda second, it's Shamans. But so far, it's working out for Fly. He's gonna be at 80 supply soon. Tier 3, double 2 bases, 80 supply. This is where you want to have your perfect army assembled. Like your theory craft, perfect army that can beat anything. Is this army capable of doing that? Grunts, Raiders, Shamans, Wind Riders. I don't know. What are the Shamans especially? What are they gonna do? They get rid of water elementals, so that's pretty nice, I guess. But
You can go for Blizzard.
yeah,
And
exactly.
they have no value, really. The Lightning Shield will be dispelled. Sok at 75 now. He needs to hold on for a little more to gather this army. There, 1-0 upgrade for the Rifleman.
It's gonna be level 3 for the MK here. That's a big deal. Panda, if he solo creeps that camp, that might be his level 5, as we're being shown here. It's very close. Of course, Sok has to TP out of this.
12 plus 12.
He's gonna pick him up, TP out.
Yeah.
Can he get the Raider? Oh, it's very close, he gets it. Pretty sure it's a level 1 Stormbolt and level 2 Clap.
Yeah, I think so too. Against this army with so many Raiders, we do get the Bloodlust upgrade rules. Because, like,
Suddenly, Sok at 80. How did that happen?
well, it's human expansion, right?
Yeah. Honestly, it's not that many breakers. It's only... Okay,
Oh, okay, hello!
There they are. Okay, didn't see him at first.
1-0 upgrade for them. Interesting that he goes for attack upgrades on the breakers rather than for defense upgrades because they profit so much from them. +2. But alright. Man, what a cool game.
Sok's got ivories. Looks like he's wanting
Expanding
to
again.
expand again, yeah. Alright.
Panda's so close to 5.
Yes.
But the problem is, I mean, this is a pretty open map. It's not too many chokes, so it's very hard to block him with the breakers. And he actually sets up ivories. Fly is there again.
And there you just saw it for a moment. The attack speed has been increased by the Riflemen, effectively increasing their damage by 11%. A lot better in the new patch. Panda, Breath of Fire #1 hits pretty damn bad. Archmage very far forward, has to go for the invul right away. Bad positioning on him. This is a big Orc army. Clap coming in pretty nicely. It's going to be a lot about the Scrolls of Healing. One is on the MK. He's going to have to pop it soon here perhaps. Lots of AoE from this Orc army. Clap coming in again. Level 4 for the AM. It's going to be a big deal for the upgraded aura. But it looks like the Orc is pushing through here with his high-level heroes, even if the Shamans may not be doing too much here in this battle. One more Scroll of Healing is available on the human side, but on cooldown at this very moment. He gets the Kodo kill. That's a big deal as well. Gets a breaker back with that. And Sok is holding on.
Looking really good for Sok. Militia duration, or militia support coming in. Chain Lightning kills one more unit. There is no slow in range at the moment, but the Mountain King, Big Hammer, kills this Raider. And all of a sudden, Fly is down to 56 supply. These Shamans didn't do anything anymore in this fight. The Mountain King with a potion of mana, by the way. Those claps, they hit so much. And then everything was slowed and can't move it. You can't micro it. With slow and clap, that is so much, not really disable, but, you know, debuffs.
Dude, how much?
And that is the time for Sok to get the second expansion up. Holy cow, 2,500 in the main. He's going to have 3 gold mines running for quite some time.
Scroll of Speed here to get out with the remainder of his army. And yeah, I think you're absolutely spot on there. These Shamans are just damn awful in the late game.
Yeah, he has the upgrade for a lot of purges because he has the big mana pool now with the Master upgrade. But the spell that he has with the Adept upgrade and with the Master upgrade, absolutely useless against this army.
Player's forces are under attack.
Couldn't agree more. MK now close to level 5 with some nice bonus intelligence as well. More ivories. Is it possibly pushing time? Now, Sok could overextend really hard against this army. He held that fight and won that fight, but he had 3 scrolls of healing to do that with.
Yeah, shop control is the #1 priority at the moment for Sok, to get this number of heal scrolls and invul potions again. Shadow Hunter 3rd.
For a bit more healing, I guess. Yeah, there it is. But only level 1 heal wave, of course. Breath of Fire coming in once again. Okay, but didn't hit the most targets, to be honest. Clap, however.
Holy moly, what a range on this Clap. Mountain King has to be careful, though. Has the big healing. He's close to level 5. And then Clap is even more impressive. Breath of Fire, nicely done. Here it is. Level 5, and Fly can only retreat. Stormbolt on the Panda. He could get him. The mana's being burned, but will he survive? Yes, with an invul potion. Grunts are falling, though. Mountain King still in trouble, still attack. Breath of Fire in the backline. Does he have another scroll of healing? I don't think so. No, he doesn't. Chain Lightning to follow this up. Massive damage now. There's 15 supply about to die. Can he chew through this? Dakota is about to fall as well. Level 5 on the Archmage here. He has a TP. Oh, the Panda dies! Second hero gone. Still 73 supply for Sok. And the Korean is killing more and more and more. And he's moving forward, about to kill this expansion where he has still 3 gold mines working for 1,000 gold. Fly looking desperate for him. 38 supply, and now he's towering up at this expansion.
Oh my god, these heroes approaching the ultimates here. AM and MK not too far away anymore. Fly has some units remaining, but unfortunately it's only these damn useless shamans. Level up for the Farseer. That's going to be level 5. Wolves perhaps level 3. Can they change something? I don't know.
Man, it's gonna be super difficult. Usually I'd say, okay, Fly's Blade Master control is insane, and with good hero focus, he could come back into this game, but guess what? A, no Blade Master. B, I don't know if he has Hex even. I don't know if the Shadow Hunter is level 2. I kind of doubt it.
And so much gold.
Tier 3.
Yeah, he's got all the resources in the world.
Oh man, I would love to see, what's it called, Control Magic against the Wolves.
Oh, that's pretty sweet. Speaking of wolves, by the way, he has the magic sentry here on these towers that he's setting up, so he's going to see these invul buggers anyways. The invulves. Yeah, that's exactly what they're called.
Oh, what a timing, man. The main gold mines are about to expire, and Sok is about to break this. He doesn't have that much damage. He doesn't have mortar teams whatsoever, but he's knocking on the door so long until this thing collapses, and this is in just a very few moments. Shop is coming up in the back as well. Does Fly have one more thing in him? The Chain Lightning was nice.
Was that level 3 Chain Lightning?
Looked like it, right?
It may have been. I mean, if he had wolves by now, he would have summoned them, I'm pretty sure. And now, Fly, what do you do?
Oh man, there's so much stuck in the main. He's not even fighting with his full army. And the Panda is still not back. Fly's supply stuck now, by the way.
He's got another Stormbolt!
Oh, hits him hard on the head. The Shadow Hunter splits. That is only one hero remaining for Fly, hanging on to a threat. That threat was cut, and Sok kills Fly on map number 1, showing the wave. Oh yeah, what a ride it was. Struggling hard in the early game. The power of the energy drink that will not be mentioned here.
Doing it in style. I'm sure he's winning a lot of fans right now.
Hell yeah.
Us two being some of them.
Classy snob on his cap. Oh yeah. But this was so close. If Fly kills this Expo, the game is over in 5 minutes 30.
Yeah, and I mean, she should have won that game. He got like the hard counter. He had the instant harass from the Farseer. This expansion was so delayed. Archmage was level 2 for what? 6 minutes or something?
Wasn't it 11 minutes until level 3?
Was it really that long?
I think so. Didn't I say that? I don't remember it myself, but I think it was. In forever!
Yeah. Okay, it was Shamans. That's definitely what had a big part in him losing the late game.
It was basically an all-in push. He then covered it up with the expansion, but this Shaman play was super all-in.
And like, what's the thinking behind this? Are you thinking, okay, I only have to get rid of the water elementals, and then I can crack that base?
Yeah, with the Panda, but Sok had the right amount of towers at the perfect time, I guess. He was struggling for a long time to get them up. The first 2 were super important against the Wyvern, but Tower 3 and 4 were super important against everything else. And he couldn't send the Grunt in with the Lightning Shield, which I think was his plan. But how long does the Grunt last against 4 towers and a bit of army?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking like, was he just sure that he couldn't lose that game anymore? That weird. Imagine he just plays standard after all that incredible damage in the early game. What if he just goes TC or Shadowhunter along with Raider Walker? He can just creep his gold mine right away, and they can move across the map and look to punish. Ensnare kills, steal his creep cams, move on from there, keep him level 2 or perhaps level 3. MK never gets anything done. He can't move out. Fly, I feel like he gave that away.
Yeah. I can't understand why this expansion did not get cracked. Like, he had all the weapons that he needed for this to work. Except that it didn't work.
One thing he also did was, once the bestiary was done, he didn't go for raiders, which are great against buildings. He went for 1, or was it even 2 Wind Rider? 2 Wind Riders. So you're gonna minimize your damage a lot and pick off potential as well by not having Ensnare or raiders for such a long time.
I'm not sure if he underestimated the number of towers. Because when he started the Wyvern, there was no tower. Or at max 1, but I don't think so.
Yeah, Wind Riders and Shamans, he was playing a little bit off meta there.
A little bit.
The tried and true Raider Walker were neglected, and maybe that was the big mistake.
Right, 3,000 viewers once again in the middle of the week, in the middle of the day for Europe. Even early, super early for America to witness this final game in Group B. And there seem to be some technical difficulties to start this.
What do you think, how does this affect SOC? I've heard from different players, different responses, like from underdogs especially, and SOC is still the underdog here. They go without pressure into the game against the favorite, but once they have that one map win under the belt, they're like, oh shit, oh damn. I might actually be doing this. Am I doing this? Am I beating him? Am I moving on? Am I gonna get famous, or stuff like that? So how does that feel? How is this gonna affect this young man right here?
SOC is 100% or 0 in this group so far. Either he wins 2-0 or he loses 0-2. So he seems to be a momentum guy.
It must be a different kind of animal though on the main stage. He hasn't been here before. You can tell yourself and the interviewer as much as you want that it doesn't affect you. It must affect you. There's no way this is exactly the same as playing from home or playing in a closed-off room. You're on a grand stage now. You've got tons and tons of eyes on you. Attention and an opportunity to etch your name into the Warcraft history books. SOC, this would be his biggest success in his career.
And he would be the first Korean human player in the Gold Series playoffs ever. Reprisal wasn't there. Chimiku didn't make it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you're right. Korea, of course, has always produced great players. Humans, though, they seem to have fallen under the wayside a little bit.
They have legendary undeads. They have the best orc of all times. They have the best night elf of all times. But seriously, no great human ever.
China, that is the country of the humans. Sky, Infi, TH, Legends, all of them.
But they had no real night elves.
True.
I mean, they have Fly as an orc, they have 120 and Ted as undeads.
Yep.
But yeah, only like no S tier night elves. I mean, they had great night elves, but
no legendaries.
No legendaries, exactly.
All right, seems like we may have resolved the issues, and going on to map number 2, Last Refuge is the pick. That is the loser's choice from Fly's side. Very understandable. Good orc map, always has been in this matchup. This is the standard counter pick. Let's go.
This is playoff points for SOC. The surprise of this tournament so far. Fly, if he loses this map, the gold and silver medalist of GCS Summer 2018 are wiped out of this tournament. Last Refuge, though, great orc versus human map, and Remo will tell you why.
As so often, it is about experience for the Archmage. Level 3 early, but as we also pointed out earlier, SOC, not necessarily the one to care about the meta so much. He just went for an instant expansion, which always has been a very rare and dangerous thing against Orc, normally only possible on one single map. That one being Echo Isles. Here, I saw it like maybe twice in all my years of casting, and it didn't look good. It got completely obliterated. I would say too dangerous to do here, but it sucked, man. I'm not gonna make any bets of what he's gonna do. What Fly is gonna do is gonna move away from the Farseer. He's going back to his old friend, the Blade Master. This is a very good map for him. Not rare to see 2 claws, gloves, and a circlet on him, and then dominating the early stages and possibly all stages.
Well, Fly, you say it's his old friend. I think it's kind of a love and hate relationship. He either carries him to victory or he is his demise. I would love to have a counter throughout Fly's career. How often did he lose a Blade Master with an Invo Potion on him, with a heal potion on him? You know, sometimes he just forgets about him and lets him die. But yeah, this is a great Blade Master map. You can pimp him so much. You can scout so much when you get to level 3 with him. You can pressure the human a lot. So totally understandable to go for a Blade Master here. I expected that from Lin earlier against Jamiko as well, but Lin decided otherwise. Fly playing a little more standard. Standard, as we've seen, is not really Sock style. He gets level 2 quite easily here with this camp and one of the green camps, either Murlocs or the Shadow Priest, and then he has the Brilliance Aura, and that's usually his call to be aggressive. Against everything humans usually do, he plays that style. I said this before game 1, he played it completely different, but maybe he goes back to his standard on the second map.
Once again, early footy scout. Well, last game it was more like a tier 2 footy scout to see what's going on Stronghold tech from the Orc side. Just gonna leave it in the main. Interesting movement on the Archmage. Normally, as you said, the Archmage would be moving towards those green camps, but he doesn't do that. He's not gonna be that predictable. And he's gonna be going to the opponent's side of the map, expecting not to be found over there, but I think Fly is calling the bluff right now, moving over towards his green camp. And if he steals 2 of these last hits, he's going to keep the AM on level 1.
Okay, he comes in, reveals himself, clicking on the Archmage here.
Oh, wow, the counterplay! He was waiting for the backstab to come in. He kept him perfectly above last hit range from the backstab. And now he gets the last hit, gets the item, and almost level 2, but not quite there yet. Not quite at level 2 yet, and the Grunt is in position to block, but nice sidestep from the AM as well. He's not going to be blocked by that big beefy boy.
It is still an issue for Sock at the moment. Oh, seeing the Lumber Mill here. It's not like he's playing against Night Elf where you can kill a tree and to get level 2. It's not like you play against Undead where you can kill a skeleton to get level 2. Against Orcs, it's pretty much impossible, so he has to creep, but he's far away from all the creep spots here. Fly, of course, with a fast attack. Lumber Mill. Usually an indicator for a tower push.
Could also just be the defensive Lumber Mill. We already saw a Wind Rider on game number 1.
Exactly.
That is always a flavor thing that Orcs can throw in there. Just one Wind Rider to force that Lumber Mill, to force that guard tower.
Very popular on last feud.
Yes.
Especially.
Sentry Watch, by the way. Beautifully placed. Those are the 2 most common positions. Oh, that last hit would be a massive deal. And he gets it. But he needs all of them to keep this AM on level 1.
Yeah. There is poison on the units though. Fly picks up. No, didn't pick up here. Oh, was it what was it? The metal?
Yeah. And he gets that one as well.
Uh-oh.
Oh, this is starting to become troublesome. By the way, I think Stock was supposed to get the Nightcrawler there. If he had focused it with everything that he had, he should have gotten it. But how did he get level 2? What did he kill? The footies on the other side of the map. They're finishing the green camp. And there he did get that level up. But they're pretty bruised now.
And they're super far away.
Yeah.
No tower in the base, by the way. No Arcane, no Guard. Double Arcane Sanctum first and Mountain King. Or Blood Mage, we don't really know. Shadow Hunter second, of course.
Yeah, so far, so standard. Blade Master. With that harassment, he found his own level 2 and he delayed his opponent's level 2 for a long time. So I would say it was a pretty good early game for Fly. By no means greatly in his favor, but he got the stuff done that he wanted to get done, thanks to good scouting. Keeping tabs on the AM, exactly what you want to do.
Sock is going for the Mountain King, which is a pretty big late game hero. You could pick a Blood Mage for instant impact. You could play an Alchemist for instant impact. But this is a pretty big map with a lot of creep camps and a lot of experience. So it's very hard to get level 3 early, but the longer the game goes, level 5-5 is not very unrealistic. And we have seen a high-level Mountain King on Northern Isles, and you saw the impact of a big level clap. And also on Northern Isles, it's pretty not I don't want to say common, but popular as well to go for Blizzard and the Clap Blizzard combo, man. I just love it.
Yeah.
Against the Shadowhunter and Ensnare, though, it's easily cancelable, but still.
Yeah, absolutely. Can be a very, very powerful late game hero. But Fly just got a lot of stuff done. This AM and Blade Master were pretty much neck and neck as far as experience goes. But now he's one full level ahead. He's going to steal this last hit. No, he's not. He's waiting for the big one. He steals the Tome. Getting revealed right after. He's going for the MK right away. Does he have the damage to take him out? I kind of doubt it. He wants to Stormbolt him. The Blade Master is low. Is he going to be the one in trouble now? Has to be careful. Scroll of Speed saves him on 50 HP. Needs to be careful not to be in Stormbolt range. He goes for the Hex, so there's no Stormbolt. The last hit of the big boy, I didn't quite see it.
I think it went to the Orcs.
Players' forces are under
But the item goes to the AM, which is the Scroll of the Beast, by the way, which is also really good. Once again, re-engaging onto the Mountain King. Blade Master still low, still has to be careful, but he will disengage in time. After losing the one grunt, however.
Both, once again, toe-to-toe. Fly with a hero advantage, Sock with a supply advantage. Blade Master is pretty nicely equipped.
Of course, he was able to call the Militia for this fight, and I kind of like that he's taken out the Militia, but also with that, now Sock knows the Blade isn't here, so this Ogre Magi should easily be his for the taking. Or where is he?
He's
There he is.
re-engaging.
Okay, he's coming in. He's fast, of course, with a level 2 Windwalk. And now Spirit Link upon him. Now he's a lot more tanky.
Okay, more experience for Sock, though. He knows that he needs the big level up on the Archmage and Clap on the Mountain King.
a player's
The big
forces are under attack.
item carrying creep still up for grabs. Is Sock re-engaging, or will the second consumable go to the Chinese? Yep.
He's gonna get it. Haven't seen it yet. Level 1 still only on the SH. Level 1 on the MK. These heroes haven't reached their true potential yet. Starts to become unlocked upon level 3.
Breaks are coming, very important against the Spirit Link, because he can just steal it.
Alright. Game is gonna slow down now here a little bit after those stressful moments in the middle of the map.
Book of the Dead at the moment, no Dispel upgrade for the Priest, so it could have a big impact if he uses it right now. But Sock is at around 50 supply, the upgrades are coming in soon.
That Sentry Ward, by the way, still was providing such great vision.
Yeah.
He knows that Sock is at the red camp. Oh, if he can get this last hit. Might cost him the invul, though. He doesn't have a second Windwalk here at the moment to get out again, but it might be worth it. He's got the dust, but he can't attack him. Last hit goes to the human player, but the item goes to the Orc. But it's not that big of a one, to be honest.
Could be great for the Mountain King. There's a big invul potion. Can he force that one?
Fly's coming in from the back. This may be a TP forced here very shortly. AM is level 3 now, but in a bad position. Blade Master getting focused here. Is Sock going to take this fight? No.
He's trying to go for the hero kill. Mountain King, he needs a critical strike for this to finish off, but no.
Saves him.
What a series to end the day, man. I'm pretty hyped.
Good TP though, saves him of course, but also gives him 2 more creep camps to take. He can go for his own laboratory right now, which he's doing. Can go for the Merc camp later,
Players' forces are under
after.
attack.
And then he's going to be level 3 MK. Going to get closer to level 4 Archmage as well. But it's not like Fly is falling behind in experience. He's going to get level 4 Blade Master, level 3 SH.
Interesting, by the way, that Fly is not going for reinforced defenses. He's on tier 2 for a long time, got a lot of upgrades, and has the resource going for unit upgrades before reinforced defenses. So he must be sure that Sock is not able to push into his base. Level 3 Shadowhunter, of course, a huge level up, but Sock's army is getting a little more sturdy with more and more breakers. He's going to create a front line. There are a lot of chokes on this map where you can block the entire path with only a few breakers and the Mountain King.
Who's going to break upkeep first here? Who wants to be in fighting shape? Fly, certainly with more resources at the moment to do this. Love the Invis footy. Always a fan of that. Acting as a shade here. Gives him information.
Players'
Sees him.
forces are under attack.
Fly doesn't want to give him this camp, but he also really doesn't want to engage into this choke. This would be a nightmare position. This one right here, where the human is positioning himself.
In this Mountain King, I love that one. Should be level 2 Clap now. And a big engage into this fight.
Oh.
Nice and able. Oh, catching a walker off guard. Has to use a heal wave early. Blade Master's going into the breakers, who are not in the perfect position. But Militia are coming as well. He had a lot of time to prepare. Kodo has to be evacuated with the speed scroll. Going in again. Snatches breaker, but okay, saves that one. Nicely done by Fly, who broke upkeep now.
The first 2 kills go to Fly, but it seems like the next 2 are gonna go the Human's way. With a Scroll of Healing, he's gonna save 2. The next heal wave coming in as well. So far, Fly taking a marvelous fight. But usually that's the way it goes. Always starting off well for the Orcs.
Giving Sock some time to get back to 50 while his own production is arriving in the north. Of course, production from Sock will arrive a lot earlier. Fly is so far away from his main base.
He's got more mana to use as well. At the moment, SH out of mana, but the mana pot still in the inventory, of course.
Clarity running. Oh, the shade is detected. The spy was killed.
I think Invis just simply ran out right there. It's gonna send out another one. Foot is, of course, very disposable at this point in the game.
Can just be replaced with breakers. Mana potion again. We saw this on Northern Isle.
Excuse me?
Oh, what's he doing? Not
What
going
was that?
for the Stormbolt.
If he had gotten Stormbolt surrounded here, that could have been his end.
The clap again. Great. The Raiders are a little bit out of position. The casters can't be attacked right now. Has to go through the breakers first.
But it's a big Orc army. It's hard to chew through all of this health and the healing coming in. There was a big Scroll of Healing right there. MK in the middle, tanking against everything, but he has so few breakers. He can't really steal all the Spirit Link at the moment. Actually, it's not even applied, but there's so little damage in this human army. No more militia to call. He lost them before, dropping the items on the ground, using the mana pot. More than 200 mana again on his SH. It's going to be 3 heal waves most likely, and the human once again forced to retreat.
Yes, Fly is playing this game basically without many mistakes. The Shadowhunter position at the beginning, yeah, but that wasn't punished. Level 4 on the Shadowhunter now for him. And what a ballsy move, right? To drop the items in the middle of the fight. Could have been picked up, but no, he was in full control of this entire fight. And Sock again fighting uphill now with the 17 food disadvantage.
Forces are under attack.
Yeah, I like how Fly didn't give him the time to go into upkeep. Didn't give him the time to have those mass breakers. And the mass casters behind, of course.
Pretty much a perfect timing for this fight, right?
Yeah. This creep camp is finally gonna go towards Sock, but it was so expensive. He lost so much of his army in the process, took horrible trades, and now Fly. Is this the move forward to finish off this game?
Sock has not played a game 3 yet. He has a Subi Mask on the Mountain King. That's very nice. And Snare wants to finish him with a 151 critical strike. Starts off well again. Only 1 Stormbolt remaining. He can't go really for a hero kill, but there's no mana on this Blade Master anymore. But there's mana on the Shadowhunter to heal him up. Spirit Link, heal wave coming in.
One more clap. He doesn't have the mana actually right now. Scroll of Speed. What's he gonna go for? Raiders moving towards the backline, wanting to find those casters, but the Scroll of Speed is gonna be over soon. Is this perhaps a bit of an overextension? It's all over the place right now. Also MK far away, cut off from his army. He's gonna lose his Ankh.
Yeah, needs clap again. He's losing a few breakers in the front there, but there's actually no real block line. The castles are approachable. Mountain King gets hexed and killed. Okay, that was a little bit of a mana waste, I guess. Oh, the town portal. Will it work with the Ankh?
It's so close.
Oh no! That wasn't calculated perfectly. He has to reach for the Raiders. Dispels the slow. He has to reach, and then it's a guaranteed kill on the so important level tier 2 hero that saved his ass basically in this fight. And there it is. Under the net, under the knife, under the ground.
He's not getting out of this one. You guys remember WCA qualifier? Czechi versus Warchief Rich? It was on this map as well. That's the last time I saw this. Trying to time it with the Ankh. Not working out though, and that's one hell of an expensive buyback from the Tavern. Blade Master now creeping the red camp. That's gonna be his level 5. SH can deck himself out to his heart's content. Mana potion maybe? Yep, there it is. It's gonna have so much more mana to use. And Sock very aggressively here in the middle of the map, despite the beating that he just took.
Crystal Ball. Actually, I like the Crystal Ball here, because there's so many Invis units. It's basically a permanent free dust.
Yeah, but it's also a lot of money.
That's true.
If he wants to sell it, which it seems like he did. Went for the Scroll of Healing instead. MK needs to go for that invul. Seems like he was able to grab it.
The heal scroll again on the Orcish side. Mana potion on the Shadowhunter, closing in on 5. He's 3 levels ahead of the human already. And especially the missing level 2 Brilliance Aura is hurting in situations like this.
Players' forces are under attack.
Creep camps, only a few are left. The turtle camps in the outermost parts of the map are still there, up for grabs, as is so often the case. So far out, most of the time inefficient to even go there to take it.
I like how Sock built the farms at the gold mines, so he knows when Fly is expanding without scouting for it. And he has a lot more gold because he's not in upkeep. Did he break upkeep once this game? I don't think so. Fly is constantly in upkeep, losing 3 gold per worker per round.
And despite these magnificent trades, Fly never was more than 10 food ahead in this entire game. But you can see it really reflected in the hero levels. Almost a total of 4 levels ahead soon. Well, I guess the AM is gonna draw closer with his level 4 himself soon enough. This will be the dream position again between these two forests. Does Fly feel strong enough to defy the odds and still win a battle there?
Plus 16 damage on the Blade Master. Plus 9 intelligence on the Shadow Hunter. He needs this kill. Sock does for the level 4. Fly won't allow this.
Almost level 5 SH.
And there's the expansion. Killed the farm. Saw it maybe already? Yeah, not level 5. Archmage, not level 4, sorry. But level 5 Shadow Hunter with that kill. Clap hits a lot. Blade Master is kind of low. Invo Potion on the Mountain King. Invo Potion on the Blade Master as well. 219 critical strike. Clap is coming in, but not hitting the Blade Master, who still has the Invul. He's running back, hiding a little into that choke. Perfect position for Stock, but 3 sorceresses caught off guard and killed.
Yeah, they were out of position. I don't know what was going on there. Perhaps a bit of misclicking between the groups. That's never supposed to happen. He gets the Raider though. That's level 4. And he's still holding that perfect position. And he's even in supply suddenly.
Wow. He broke upkeep for the very first time after 17 minutes and 30 seconds. He still has the money for an Invo Potion, which is absolutely necessary because the Mountain King needs to be in the front line. And then, of course, he's very exposed to Hex and Snare. More and more Sorceress. Will he somehow follow up this expansion, or will he push it at some point?
He's going up against 5-5 though. That is...
Yeah. Oh, and Fly is backing up this expansion with a tower. Great call.
Yeah. Gonna be reinforced as well. Not easy to take out at all. Sock. I kind of expect, once the gold mines are dry, a mass militia call to try to win this game. How much gold do we have left? Not much anymore. This game's been going on for a long time.
Yeah, he has like 4 minutes of gold mining. That's about it. Sock is lacking damage a little though. In the last game, he had Rifleman to make up for it. This game, he doesn't. And he has no Blizzard as well. I don't know if he's waiting for the Tomb of Retraining.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Blizzard time, boys. It's getting cold.
This AM, by the way, is completely naked.
Yeah.
A speed scroll. Uh-oh! There's a sentry here! He wasn't expecting that one. Doesn't want to pop that invul so early. Wants to hold on to it as long as he can, but that was a big critical strike. May have to force it here, and it's a Clap Blizzard combo, Neo.
This is it, man, and the Breakers are following this up. Good call, good revenge by Sock. Who's pushing this Expo now?
He's really heavy on the Breakers.
Yeah.
Only three priests, excuse me, and only 4 sorceresses. Is this even enough for continuous mass slow?
Good question. Depends a little. Okay, Blizzard. I think the key spell here is Blizzard, not slow, and Clap, of course. Close to level 4 Mountain King, by the way.
More and more distant chance coming in. Of course, he has tons of healing from this level 5 SH with the shop in the back as well. He's going to have so much mana. Crit takes out one of these Breakers. Militia coming in. They're not going to survive for long, though. And Snares against the AM coming in really quickly. We don't have many waves at all hailing down from the skies. Only enough mana for 1 Blizzard at the moment. Also, by the way, even a Wind Rider coming in now. Big Clap, big Blizzard coming in. But heal wave after heal wave.
And Hex after Hex against the Archmage there. Can't cast this Blizzard too long, but he's retreating. 56 supply against 59, but Breakers are falling, Sorcerers are falling. I think Fly has this, but everything is dropping low. How long can he stay in this fight? How long does he have heal waves?
And speaking of mana, everything's low here on the human side as well. Despite that level 2 brilliance, Zora has to retreat further and further. Taking so many losses now. Still a 10 supply lead, more than a 10 supply lead for Fly. Big Blizzard Clap, oh my god! That one hurt bad, but there's no follow-up. Can't find the kills. Big scroll of healing coming in once again. With that, it's looking okay for Fly once again. Looking for more pickoffs. The Raider and Snare hitting time after time. Now retreating back into a marvelous position once again. MK so low. Has to be careful. Has to go for the invul right now. I think if he wants to survive, pops it right there. He's got the position, but he doesn't have the army anymore.
This is the dream position, but yeah, you said it. Archmage can't retreat. It's under the net. One Raider down. Second Raider, nope, not. Okay, now he's about to die. But again, more and more damage on this Raider. Losing the last bit of mana to this Stormbolt, and this could be a dead Mountain King in Viscas. Where's the Dispel? Not coming. Saves the mana on the Walkers, and Sock stays alive, but a 20-foot difference. Now he's under the net. Now he's exposed. Dispel against it. Sock is alive, but the question is for how long.
Yeah, barely holding on to his heroes there. That was very close to losing him, but he may save them, but he's losing a lot of units in the process. Another clap coming in. Everything is super low.
Oh yeah, but so is the Mountain King. Now he's hexed. He can't heal himself. This spell, but the Mountain King dies to the blade. And he goes down once more. And the second one is the Archmage. GG! We go full distance to conclude Group B.
Wow, what a game, back and forth. Sock holding on there so well. Fly grabbed the advantage fairly early into like the mid-late game stage, but he was tenacious, the B-boy from Korea.
Yeah, he still feels confident. This was the map that Fly had to win. This was Last Refuge. This was a great Orc versus Human map. Now it's Sock's choice to determine the fourth quarterfinalist.
Normally, this would be AZ now.
Yeah, but wasn't.
Yes, it was. Very unusual. He is not the most predictable player, I guess. However, the last game was pretty damn standard from both sides. Fly showing there that he can still play the meta, obviously. Still has the timings down. I really like how he decided to look for that pressure play before the human gets up to 60 supply. Once the breaker numbers are around 5, 6, you really can't rely on Spirit Link anymore. Such a powerful spell, and in those first couple of engagements he made great use of that ability from the Spirit Walkers. Alright, Sock, what do you have in store for us? You eliminated AZ. You must have something special planned, or something at least powerful planned on the other map, on your loser's map of choice.
There was a big break between map 1 and 2. We seem to have the same kind of here. Draw out this more. These players have met 3 times this year, as I said before. In the race war, Sock was able to defeat him there, and win as well. In WGL July, Fly defeated Sock. In GCS April qualifier, it was Sock defeating Fly.
His mood will not be tarnished.
Not at all.
Classy indeed. Getting ready for the last map of the day, guys. It's coming down to this for who makes it in second place. Again, Group A already concluded. Our first place goes to Lin, second place to Foggy. Colorful already, securing his first place in Group B earlier. And now it's about who is going to be the fourth one. We're going to have another Orc or the first human making his way into the playoffs. And of course tomorrow and the day after we're going to be deciding Group C and D to conclude our field of 8 players for the playoffs.
Tomorrow, by the way, the stream starts 2 hours earlier, so it's 7:30 CET because some reasons, I don't know. So yeah, set your alarms. Back to Warcraft for breakfast. Isn't that great?
The best kind of breakfast.
Yeah, we're gonna have 120, Moon, Infi, Lawliot, Focus. These great players in tomorrow's Group C and D. Echo Isles it is. The deciding map of the day.
Alright. Usually kind of a good Orc map, but think back on map number 1. He played Fast Expo even on Northern Isles.
And you do know how I love my Fast Expo on Echo Isles. This is Fly. This is Sock. This is the decision. Whoever wins this map is at least top 8. The loser is out. It could be a historic win if Sock takes it, the first Korean human in the playoffs. And if Fly loses this, top 2 of GCS Summer are eliminated. Wait.
There's no building in Fly's base.
That is correct.
What? Okay, this is a bug.
Yeah, this is a bug. Oh, okay. Oh, this was just a test. No hype at all. Yeah, we have seen this more quite a lot.
Yeah, unfortunately today, for whatever reason, do have a couple of these hiccups. All right. Once I saw the map, I remembered something. I was talking about this briefly earlier. I was hanging out with the Koreans during some of the breaks, and So-in, Focus, and Lin, the Orc crew, were studying some replays together in preparation for Focus's game especially. And there they were watching a replay of Lin versus Sock on Echo Isles. And guess what he played? Fast Expo, first of all, but with an MK.
Yeah, I was thinking the same. MK first on Echo Isles works for quite some time as he gets a fast level 3, and as we saw, Clap is just so good. To slow things down, to buy time, to kite, or to help kiting.
Is that what he wants to play? Is Fly aware of that? Probably is. Does he know how to counterplay against this? Or is he going to go for the double fake out? It's going to be very interesting. The openings that we're going to see, and of course the responses. It's always going to be up to the Orc in this matchup to respond. The human sets the tempo, sets the pace, decides where the game goes, and the Orc has to kind of play the perfect response. It often feels like to have a chance. And yeah, that would be a curveball. We see that rarely nowadays. The Expo with the MK. A few months back, there was even more variety. I guess it might be even a year back now. Oh, here we go.
There we go. Okay.
Now we're ready.
The hype is real. It is time to decide this group. Sock in the upper left, Fly in the upper right. Farseer or Blade Master, I think is the question. Shadowhunter? Not really likely, right? It should be the Blade Master here. Especially if there's an Expo. One Blade Master and one Grunt put in so much damage against this building if you are there at the right time. But yeah, we have to look at Sock. We have to look at what he does. First question, Archmage or Mountain King. Second question, expansion or not.
If it's MK, it has to be Expo, of course. Can't play that one base.
Actually, there's a third chance of a Blood Mage first.
Yeah, that would be awesome, dude.
Yumiko introduced this quite some time ago. And then quite a few players picked up on that as well.
Haven't seen that in a little while, though. I'm kind of expecting the MK here. Yeah, it is. All right. It worked against Lin. He's hoping it's working again, this time against Fly.
Against a Farseer. Farseer is very squishy. Stormbolt hurts quite a bit. But the Farseer is good against expansions with the Wolves.
I think, though, the way you play this here as the human is you go... I don't know if you go down to the Expo immediately, but you go for Shadow Priest very quickly anyways. Otherwise, you either creep the Merc Camp first or not. You can just pull out the creeps if you want to and get the Shadow Priest that way. And with that, you're going to be able to dispel 2 wolves right away. And with a Stormbolt follow-up, I don't know, is the Farseer Harass going to be good enough?
Super fast tech.
Oh, yes.
Maybe
and
Wyvern. He doesn't have Water Elementals.
A Borrow before the Barracks.
Okay.
That's kind of weird.
So, Wyvern could be a thing. Lack of Water Elementals, lack of anti-air in general. I mean, from the Mercenary Camp, you could get Berserkers and Shadow Priests.
A town is under siege.
All right, here we go. Going for the Merc Camp.
Clap first, right? Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay. That's kind of nice. Slowing down the damage here quite immensely. Is he going to go into the main with the wolves and harass there, or is he going to harass the creep? Oh, the lightning shield!
Ooh, that hurts. He needs to dispel it, I guess. Or does he kill it here?
That was already a lot of damage.
Yep.
That was a lot of damage.
And he didn't kill the Renegade yet. Here are the wolves, but we saw this on Northern Isles as well when Sock went for the expansion with an Archmage there. Oh, early kill there, though. What's the item on the Mountain King? Talisman of Evasion. Boots or Pendant would have been the dream.
The town is under siege.
Wasn't lucky enough to find that. Sock's lumber income especially here severely diminished. Oh, Stormbolt? Surround? He has to get the surround, and he will be able to.
Okay, this is a town portal or a dead Farseer. But a lot of damage has been done.
That buys him so much time. So much time and space. It's going to be a long time before the Farseer's back. Can get a scout tower now. Can he even go for the creep right away? Would love to see this footman canceling the heal self right now.
Yeah. He's He's not thinking about it yet, but you're right. Tower to follow this up. Priest heals the rest of the army. Level 2 for the Mountain King, of course, as it always is the case after the mercenary camp. And Fly is setting up for his tier 2. More burrows. Sock is not punishing that, of course. With the Mountain King, you play defensively early. But yeah, he has no resources if he wants to expand now. And here are the wolves again. The tower's not finished.
Yeah, it's going to be at least one peasant kill. Probably going to be at least two. Ooh, man. Quite a few of these are pretty damn bruised. This is expensive. This is really expensive. Is the MK going to be forced to come back? I guess not. He's finishing the camp in the south. Leaves the Shadow Priest behind. That's kind of cool. But again, this was very expensive. Farseer also has to be careful, though. His TP is gone. If he's out of position once, the Stormbolt's around. Could be as quick and easy end.
Mountain King also getting close to level 3 here, while the Farseer is only level 1. Wolves come in, but there's the Arcane Tower, dealing additional damage to summons. And that's what you see here. A lot easier to defend this now, but man, look at the corpses in the base. At least 4.
Shadow Hunter. This is going to be a Wyvern play. For that, of course, we would need to have another bestiary. Only saw one so far.
Sock still needs more resources. There's going to be a late fast expansion.
He has it now to set it up. Oh, is this damage perhaps enough to deal with it? Oh, that would be the nightmare. If he's losing it right away, but the MK is here in position with plenty of mana.
Okay, double bestiary it is.
He scouts it. That's very important. He could go for the Farseer, right?
Yeah, one wolf is down. He wants to get in range for that Stormbolt. We have level 2 and have fun with that Chain Lightning against the Peasants.
MK still not using the mana here.
Shadow Priest a little out of position.
This Grunt seems to be dead, though. Don't know if he's going to be able to get out. He needs to get a Lumber Mill, by the way. He needs those guard towers. Wind Riders are on their way, and he must know about this. Stormbolt looking for the surround. This is going to be a big deal. Does he get it? Does he get it? The wolf blocks the way free! Or does he? Stormbolt is cooling down.
Speed scroll, though. He can't reach. He decides to go for the safe Grunt kill. Fly is re-engaging into this, trying to get a revenge turn on the Footman. That's level 3. That is another Stormbolt, but he can't reach. Maybe another Grunt, but no. The surround troop goes home.
Should really go for Stormbolt level 2 in this case, I think. He saw the double bestiary.
Yes. Hero kills are great, and Wyvern kills are great as well. He's trying to go for that Farseer. He has one more Stormbolt after this, or even close to 2.
That counter surround of the wolves, man. That may have just saved his game.
And his tournament life.
Ooh. First guard tower coming up, and he's not going for the Wind Riders.
Okay. Then Clap level 2 is also great. No bash. We've seen this before. Hex for 1 Footman.
2 militia coming from the main.
Yeah. When are the towers finished? Oh, they just started. Suck again. Holding on. That's what the humans do. That's what he did on Northern Isles. Will it work this time? Hexes again.
Dropping pretty damn low on health. So is the SH, I guess, but he has heal salves. Fly is finding a lot of hard to recover damage here onto this human army, and he needs to keep these towers alive. Desperately. Mass repair coming from everything. He's switching targets. Sock not quick enough to react. He's gonna lose that tower.
Oh, it was so close to completion, and now the second one, the guard tower mass repair. Yeah, but wolves are in, raiders are in. He wants to go for that Shadow Hunter who's super low, but he cancels the second tower as well. Fly, this is looking really good for you, for the vice champion of the summer. Chain Lightning kills the priest, no more Dispel. Has to be careful to not be surrounded himself now with all the end snares coming in. Second net trying to get out. He portals out. And that exposes his expo.
Yeah, these peasants are all dead. And the tower isn't coming up either. Sock in all kinds of trouble.
But Fly forgot the burrow. He's going to be at 40 supply for a long time. Fly is switching gears as well. Going into walkers for Dispel and Spirit Link. But this usually breaks the neck of the human if he loses that expansion against the early aggression. Or what a great play by Fly here.
Yeah.
Almost perfectly, man.
Really, really good execution of that Farseer. And that Stormbolt surround. It was millimeters away from working. How would this game have looked had he found that kill? But that's woulda, coulda, shoulda. And now Fly is looking for the execution. Is he just going to go for the end snare surround here? All hands on deck towards the Mountain King? No, it's not quite that simple. Takes out the shop first.
Yeah, of course, there's, by the way, no tech for Sok. He was focusing on the expansion, which is down. Call to arms being used. Surround on that Raider. Mountain King is out of the fight to not be surrounded and healing a little, but no. He's completely out of the fight. He's just fighting with Footman and Militia. Looking desperate for Sok.
He was so close. So close to make it into the playoffs, but now it is looking damn horrible, to be honest.
Yeah. But it looked horrible in game 1 as well. Can he somehow fight out with maybe big claps or something? He's getting a few kills against the Raiders, but good micro by Fly.
Yeah, he can out-micro his opponent so hard right now. He's got Ensnare to work with. Only thing he has to pay attention to really is Stormbolt. Other than that, it's just slow melee units, which aren't really strong in the first place, that he has to micro against this.
Calling so many Militia, but it is not working. His lumber is super low. Can't go for reinforcements. Wolves level 2, he has no dispel against it. More and more kills. Farseer and Shadowhunter rising up in levels, and yeah, GG! He doesn't see a solution anymore! No Korean, no miracle, no Korean human in the playoffs. I mean, no Korean miracle. Fly, the finalist, again in the playoffs. 7th gold tournament, 6th playoff participation.
Man, that would have been quite the thing if both gold medalist and silver medalist from last GCS wouldn't have made it, but he made us sweat here, Fly, the defending vice champion, but he makes it through. The favorite does prevail, but just barely inching his way across the finish line. Man, that was close. Too close for comfort, especially for the Chinese fans here. But yeah, he makes it through. Another Orc. With that, now we have 2 Orcs, 2 Night Elves in the playoffs. Other 2 races not yet represented.
Feels like WC3L 2009.
But a lot of the big names are still missing.
Tomorrow we have it. But yeah, Sok, what an impression he made here. Overperforming and entertaining. I think a lot of people would be happy if he qualifies for the next Gold League. And yeah, maybe a team picks him up. I mean, that's the trend right now, right? Picking up Warcraft players. Go hire that one.
Next year.
Yeah,
next year, of course, that's what is spurring all of this team interest, in case you guys weren't aware already for next year. So much prize money has been announced from NetEase's side, and obviously Reforged going to be coming out next year, which is going to change kind of everything. Yeah, but
we're changing groups for tomorrow. What a segue. We're changing groups, and we go to C and D. We start, of course, with C. We have 1-2-0, Moon, Infi, Focus, Law, Lyot. So many great players in those groups. Of course, our European players as well. Sonic. We have Cash. And Hunter is coming from the hospital, most likely playing in a wheelchair, actually.
Yeah, I already saw it wheeled in earlier. Ugri has the responsibility of bringing it back. Unbelievable how much bad luck Hunter is having. But I've heard from actually quite a few Koreans that Hunter is looking pretty damn strong, and I could hardly believe it. I was like, really? They're like, yeah, really. He's looking pretty damn good. Yeah. Hopefully his health issues aren't gonna hold him back too much. He was here at last GCS.
Almost defeating Infi.
Yes, all things considered, wasn't really close to getting out of the playoffs, but hey, we're gonna have one upset here. Sok was almost there, almost made it happen.
We say goodbye for today. Tune in tomorrow, 7:30 CEST. Thanks for watching.
好，这个时候我觉得可以把舞台交给 Fly 来跟我们分享一下，就是您现在的感想，因为您已经出现了，真的非常不容易。刚刚可能是因为麦的关系，所以你还要把刚刚的话再重复一遍，没有关系，可以先抚平一下现在激动的心情啊。来，您请。
OK， 就是这样的，就是打之前的话，其实我已经看过我跟他之间的一个胜负关系，就是我们小组的一个分的话，我跟他是谁赢谁输，所以说打这场比赛之前的话，也是还是有一个久违的紧张感的。按理来讲，就是打这么多人比赛，其实不会打小组赛不会太紧张，但这场比赛开始之前，我是挺紧张的。
确实是这个样子。其实我们看比赛的时候也是非常紧张，因为我们知道 A 组是出现了2个外服的选手，所以 B 组的话，彩色出现之后，我们就更加希望可以有一个国手出现。这也是非常感谢 Fly 你做到了，然后你也是杀进了一个8强。那么对于8强之后的比赛，你有什么样的展望呢
？8强之后，其实我一开始目标好像就8强嘛。那既然8强了，那现在就希望自己能进前3。
确实，那 Fly 也是用这场比赛去证明了自己，你是最棒的。我们希望你8强可以好好加油，好吗？还有什么想和我们粉丝一块分享的吗？
我好累，我